Morning students. Today we are going to start with chapter 3, migration. We had already talked about it in the Zoom class about this chapter. This is nothing but you can say an extension of the previous chapter of population dynamics, where we studied about why migration happens from one place to another. So we did discuss about these topics in the Zoom class which we had last. So just a revision, and then this chapter is nothing much or nothing new as to what we studied in the population dynamics chapter. So what is migration? Movement of people from one place to another is migration. Movement of people into a country is called as immigration, and the people who are called as immigrants. Movement of people out of a country, emigration, and people are called as emigrants. Why people move from one place to another? There are some push factors. That means why are they leaving their country? Maybe there's a war or a conflict going on in that country. The country is having regular drought, floods, or famine. There is some problem with their religion. Like if you remember, in the World War, the Nazis were killed in Germany because they could not. The Jews, I mean, the Jews could not. The Jews migrated because the Nazis of Germany were killing them on a regular basis. Then, of course, lack of safety and poor living conditions. When I say poor living conditions, means proper jobs are not available, education is not there, medical facilities not provided by the government. So all these come under the category of poor living conditions, and therefore they leave that place and go on to the other place. What are the pull factors? Where will they go? They will, of course, go to a place where better economic conditions are available, safe environment, secure environment is there, better political conditions are there, and of course they get a better job in that place, and therefore they move from one place to another. Then these are the causes of migration. Then types of migration. In types of migration, we talk about urban to urban, when a person moves from a smaller city to a bigger city or to a metropolitan city. Of course, we know that in a smaller city the facilities are very less, but in a metropolitan cities all sorts of facilities are available to you. Or from a village to a city, that is from a rural to an urban setup. So from a village to an urban setup means better lifestyle, better job, better education, and better facilities. Then comes the voluntary migration. Voluntary migration is when you leave a place of your own will, when your living conditions in your home country or in your home place is unfavorable, you leave that country and go on to the other place. But there is a forced migration also. Supposing because of pollution, the water is getting dirty, you don't get enough water for drinking, or maybe fishes are not alive there, and therefore you are unable to secure a proper job in that area, or your farmlands are vanishing, people are selling the agricultural land, and you have no work to do in that area. So you are forced to leave that area and settle into some other place. So that is called as your forced migration. Then temporary and permanent migration. Temporary migration is like if you leave your country or your place and go on to some other country or to some other city, and you stay there for your education, for your training for a few years, and then come back to your homeland. That kind of migration is called as a temporary migration. But if you pick up a job in some other country or in a city and you stay there permanently, you have no plans of coming back to your homeland to live, then that kind of migration is called as a permanent migration. Then, of course, if you're moving within your country, it is internal migration. And if you leave your country and go on to some other country, then it is called as international, that is change of country. For example, out of many of you, your parents might not belong to Dehradun. They might be belonging to some other place, some villages, and they have come to Dehradun for a better education facility and better job opportunity, and therefore that kind of migration is called as internal. Or your brothers or sisters or cousins or uncles or neighbors might have gone to a metropolitan city like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Delhi, Mumbai, Gurgaon, Calcutta for a better job. So they have shifted to that city. So this is called as internal migration. But if somebody has shifted to some other country in Europe, Australia, or America, or other places of Asia, then that is called as an international migration. We have talked about all these things in our Zoom class, and therefore this is just a repetition of that. Quickly go through this video, and I'm sending you the 4 pages of this chapter of your book so that you can read and understand the topics better. Here you will find there is something written as illegal immigration. Every country, for example, if you are going or moving on to US, or somebody is coming into our country and they do not seek permission, they do not take permission of the government of that particular country, and you move inside that country without proper permission, then you're called as illegal immigration. That is called as illegal immigration. And sometimes what happens is, sometimes people, they bring in more people without the knowledge of the government illegally. That is called as human trafficking. And there's one more term here which is called as refugee. It refers to a person who has been forced to leave her home to seek a new place to settle down, and they have very few positions. Like when India Pakistan was made in 1947, a lot of people from Pakistan came to India. They just had some luggage with them, and they just traveled. They left their homes behind, they left their possessions behind, homes behind, and they knew that they'll never be able to come back to their homeland, but they could not carry a lot of things with them, though, and they lived here in camps. Those kind of people are called as refugees. So therefore this is another term which is there in your book on the 4th page. So when you see these pictures, kindly have a look at these terms also. They are very, very important. Illegal migration, human trafficking, and refugees. Go through it and see what all you can understand. The next topic I'm going to make a video on will be the impacts of migration on the country from which you have left to the country to which you are going. And then we're going to start about the brain drain and the rest of the chapter, which probably it will be new for you. So we'll talk about in the next video. All right? And I'll send the pictures of the pages also to you so that you can easily go through the chapter.